Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So as promised, I want to talk to you about what I have learned from 2020. And I know it was a big year for a lot of us. A lot of people have complained about all the negative things that happened, the things we weren't able to do, the crises that we faced, and a lot of big life changes that happened to a lot of people. But instead, I want to try to find the silver lining in what happened with 2020. And there are some things I learned that I'm really grateful for, that I discovered during 2020. And they're lessons that I want to share with you and things that we can all use to live just happier and fuller lives. So if you're interested in learning those, stay tuned and we'll show you them soon. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to talk about is embracing uncertainty. Last year was so different than anything I was expecting. When the pandemic hit, I was a freshman in college. We went home for spring break, and the day after I returned home, I was told I had to pack all my stuff up and that I was moving out. So we had to go back to GCU, Grand Canyon University, where I go to college, and we had to get all of my stuff. And on top of that, I decided that it wasn't a good idea for me to return in the next semester because I wanted to be able to see my family. So I had less than a year of on-ground college experience, and it was crazy. Some really good things happened though, and I think by being able to embrace the fact that I wasn't certain about my future and I didn't know what I wanted or where I was headed, I was able to learn a lot, and I was able to pick directions that best suited me in that moment. For example, I took summer classes instead, which cut down majorly on my tuition and enabled me to graduate really, really early, which was a huge bonus for me. On top of that, I got a job. I was able to become an assistant teacher at a school near my house because I was staying at home now. That allowed me to pay my college bills, keep up on all of that so I didn't have to take out student loans. And it gave me that experience in the classroom as an elementary education major that I needed in order to graduate. All of these opportunities are really big, and looking back, they seem so simple and straightforward and easy, but in the moment, I was really uncertain if I was making the right choice or what was happening. But looking back again, they were the right choices, and I'm grateful with how I am, where I am right now. None of that would have happened though if I'd stuck to the plan I had made before the pandemic hit. If I'd stuck to my 2020 goals, I wouldn't be where I was now. And I think where I am now is much better. So embracing uncertainty, guys, okay? Make sure that you don't let life's challenges mow you over. Instead, deal with them, find a solution, and learn to be flexible. The next thing that I learned, and again, going back to being type A, this one's hard for me, is accepting the uncontrollables. Not everything in your life is something that you can control. Obviously, there are things we don't want to do. I don't want to be stuck at home. I didn't want to have to stop my life, leave college early. All of these things, if I focus though on all the things I couldn't do, all the things I couldn't control, I would never have found the things that I could control. Those opportunities that arise in difficult situations. And those opportunities are what makes you a better person. Those are the opportunities that lead to success. And you will never even see them if you're so busy focusing on what you can't control in your life. So make sure when things are difficult, and things are going to be difficult, that you focus on what you can control. Accept that there are some things you won't be able to fix, and that's okay. But there are plenty of things that you can fix, things in your own life, things in your circumstances. Improve those things, work on that, and your life will move in the direction you want. Number 3, you have time. Always. This one was crazy for me. I have always done so many things in my life, and I have always been telling myself, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. When the pandemic hit, I think everyone discovered that they had time for quite a few things. But what I found most interesting was that the number of hours in my day didn't change. And for the most part, a lot of the things I didn't really change either. But I did start paying attention to how much time I spent browsing YouTube, how much time I spent on my phone, how much time I spent just not doing anything. And what I found interesting is that if there is something you care about, whether that's health, fitness, friends, family life, relationships in general, there's time for it if you choose to make the time for it. And that no matter now that we're back in the world, no matter how busy life gets, I've realized that I can find time for what matters, and I can find a way to fit in my priorities. The tricky part, and this is something you're gonna have to remember, is making sure that your time and the time you spend doing things aligns with what is most important to you. You have time for what's important, so fit it in there, stick with it, and those things will become easier to fit into your life the more you do it. And finally, I've kind of already talked about this, but guys, just find the silver lining in situations. You don't have to be such an optimist that you don't notice difficulties, but you can't let those difficulties control your life either. Realize that there's struggles, realize that there's hard times, there's challenges, and that's okay. Find the silver lining, the thing to be grateful for, whatever it might be, even if it's a small thing, and just remember to focus on that. Where you are today, there are going to be good things and there are going to be bad things. And by focusing on the good things, you can propel yourself forward and find more opportunities for success and just more opportunities for happiness. So don't limit yourself to the bad things in life that happen, and continue to keep focusing on what good can come from situations. Be looking for opportunities, because they're out there, and if you look for them, you'll find them, and then you can use them to improve your own life. And those are all my tips for today. I hope you like them, and I hope that they improve your life as much as they have helped mine. If you did like this video and you want to see more, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll keep trying to create good content for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.